Hello everybody, welcome to Defense Vault. Why did the B-36 Peacemaker, despite its massive size and enormous cost, become one of the worst bombers in history? In today's video, we'll uncover the surprising reasons behind this failure. In the history of military aviation, some aircraft stand as symbols of ambition and cutting-edge technology of their time, yet fail to meet expectations. The B-36 Peacemaker bomber is a prime example. This flying giant, designed to dominate the skies with long-range strike capabilities, ultimately became one of the symbols of a major miscalculation, plagued by technical challenges, staggering costs, and an obsolete strategic concept. Among America's historic bombers, the B-36 Peacemaker ranks high in both sheer size and design flaws. Developed in 1941 during World War II, it officially entered service in 1949, but was retired just a decade later in 1959. This long-range bomber was built to fly from the US to Europe without refueling and featured an enormous wingspan of 70.1 meters. It was powered by 6 piston-driven propeller engines that were notoriously prone to catching fire. Operating this aircraft required a crew of 15, and both military and political leaders criticized it for its excessive maintenance costs, amounting to billions of dollars, and the risks it posed during that era. Ironically, the B-36 was already considered slow and outdated even before it was fully ready for service. Its massive size and high costs never translated into real effectiveness, which is why many regard it as one of the worst bombers in history. Perhaps the B-36 Peacemaker's biggest flaw was also one of its most prominent features: its 6 Pratt & Whitney R4360 Wasp major engines. These engines were arranged in a pusher configuration, meaning they pulled air over the wings and pushed it into the cylinders from behind. This setup had a critical flaw: it didn't allow for adequate cooling. As a result, the engines often overheated and, in many cases, caught fire mid-flight. Another major issue was the insane number of spark plugs used in each of these bombers. Exactly 336 spark plugs, with 56 per engine. Because the engines ran on high-octane leaded fuel, the plugs frequently became fouled and required constant replacement. The B-36 often operated in cold regions like Alaska and the Arctic, due to their proximity to the Soviet Union. So it's easy to understand why the crew dreaded the task of replacing spark plugs in freezing sub-zero temperatures. With a cruising speed of just 370.15 kilometers per hour, the B-36 was considered slow and highly vulnerable to interception by faster, more modern jet fighters like the Soviet MiG-15. Its cumbersome nature earned it nicknames like Flying Dinosaur and Aluminum Overcast. All these factors combined to cement its reputation as one of the worst bombers ever built. The B-36 Peacemaker's design concept began in 1941, at a time when jet engine technology was still in its infancy. But by the time its prototypes were built, in 1946 and 1948, strategic jet bombers and modern interceptors were advancing rapidly. So when the B-36 finally became operational, it was already obsolete. Government leaders didn't stay silent about the B-36. The aircraft never dropped a bomb or participated in any combat mission, earning it the nickname the Billion-Dollar Blunder. This controversy sparked intense internal conflict, culminating in what became known as the Revolt of the Admirals during the post-war budget cuts of 1949. The U.S. Secretary of Defense wanted to slash the Navy's budget in favor of funding the B-36, but Navy admirals strongly opposed the move, calling the bomber unreliable and ineffective. An experimental nuclear-powered aircraft, the Convair B-36H, was also built using a modified B-36. However, the concept never advanced beyond testing due to serious concerns about radiation shielding and contamination risks. Some argued that the B-36 Peacemaker served as a powerful deterrent against the Soviet Union during the Cold War, even without seeing combat. But in the end, that claim does little to redeem its poor legacy as one of the most problematic bombers ever built. What do you think about this video? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching till the end. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and until the next video, take care and stay safe.